Welcome back, Flare community. Today I want to teach you about decentralized autonomous organizations. A DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, is an entity with a decentralized governance system. Decentralized autonomous organizations have been increasing in popularity over recent years, and it's very easy to see why. In fact, many of the networks and applications you are familiar with today will actually become decentralized autonomous organizations themselves. For example, the Flare network, Flare Finance, Probity, Sparkles, and much more. I'm very sure of that. But what exactly does this mean? What are the benefits? Well, first and foremost, decentralized autonomous organizations, once launched and the ship has set sail, are steered in the direction of the users themselves. It can be seen as a very democratic solution to making decisions regarding the network or application. Users will collectively decide which path the organization takes, taking the decentralization aspect much further than a centralized counterpart. The autonomy of a DAO is enabled by smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts with terms written as code and then deployed. The use of smart contracts means that a decentralized autonomous organization may function without necessarily relying on the human decision makers in the organization. A smart contract will execute its terms regardless of what specific individuals think or want, which means decentralized autonomous organizations enable a much more decentralized decision-making process for their users. With blockchain technology, one of the fundamental principles is decentralization. This was primarily regarding the way the network would reach consensus and validate transactions. As the technology has evolved, the concept of decentralization has expanded its scope to include decisions based on governance. So, as I mentioned, users get to decide how the network runs. But it's not that black and white. Decentralized autonomous organizations often have what is called a governance token. This governance token can be interpreted as a vote. This means the bigger stake you have in the entity, i.e., the more governance tokens that you hold, the louder your voice will be when making decisions. Now, this is comparable to public traded companies. If you hold a large portion of a particular stock, such as an executive or an early investor, you will have a much larger stake in the business. Therefore, you will have a greater influence in the decision-making process. Your ideas would have much more weight than the average Joe with a couple of shares he bought on Robinhood, for example. As a large stakeholder, you will have a bigger incentive to ensure the entity is performing at the highest level possible. The governance token for the Flare network is its native token, Spark. But as we know, the use cases for Spark on the Flare network is not just limited to the governance vote. The governance token for the Flare Finance applications is both YFIN and YFLR. The governance token for Probity is an asset called TNC. The beauty of a decentralized autonomous organization is that users of the network can put forward proposals for all to vote on. It does not necessarily matter where these proposals come from. What matters is the quality of the proposal and if the majority of users of the network believe it will be beneficial to implement. Now, different decentralized autonomous entities will have different thresholds for when a decision is accepted and implemented. I go over these percentages for the Flare network specifically in a video I created about governance. Be sure to check it out. So that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something today and feel others may benefit from watching this video, then please feel free to share it too. I appreciate you all for watching, and as always, have a great day, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.